Hello friends, waving slightly welcome back to our coin collection journey. Today we are going to explore some amazing and historical United States standing Liberty quarters, including the years 1919D, 1920D, 1929S, and 1930S. These beautiful silver coins are not just money. They are real pieces of American history. Each coin carries powerful symbols like Lady Liberty, the Eagle, E Pluribus Unum, and In God We Trust, which represent freedom, unity, and strength. These quarters were minted in 90% silver, and they were widely used in everyday life during the early 1900s. From World War I aftereffects to the Great Depression era, these coins traveled through some of the most important moments in U.S. history. Today, they are highly valued by collectors because of their rarity, design beauty, and historical background. The 1919D and 1920D coins are early Denver Mint issues, known for their detailed design, but often weak strike quality. The 1929S and 1930S coins represent the final years of the series and are closely linked with the beginning of the Great Depression, making them even more historically important. If you are a coin collector or just love old history coins, these standing Liberty quarters are truly special pieces to study and collect. Each coin tells its own story from a different time period of America. So friends, enjoy exploring these classic silver quarters, and stay tuned for more exciting coin information in our next update. Money. The 1919D Standing Liberty Quarter is one of the early and highly collectible silver quarters issued by the United States Mint during the famous Standing Liberty series. This coin carries the inscriptions United States of America, EPLURIBUS UNUM, quarter dollar, along with the national motto, In God We Trust, which appears on the obverse design. Struck at the Denver Mint, marked with a small d, this coin is part of the first generation of Standing Liberty quarters designed by sculptor Herman A. McNeil, introduced in 1916 and continuing into the 1930s. The 1919D issue is especially noted among collectors because of its relatively low mintage and the challenges of finding well-preserved examples today. This coin was minted in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it intrinsic precious metal value in addition to its numismatic importance. It weighs approximately 6.25 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 with a reeded edge. The obverse design shows Lady Liberty standing confidently in a flowing gown, holding a shield in her left hand and an olive branch in her right, symbolizing both defense and peace. On the right side of the obverse, the sun's rays rise behind her, adding a powerful artistic and patriotic touch. The inscription Liberty appears above her head, while In God We Trust is usually found in the field near her body depending on the type variation. The reverse of the 1919D Standing Liberty Quarter features a majestic eagle in flight, wings spread wide, flying across a stylized sky with 13 stars above representing the original colonies. The inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar surround the eagle design, while EPLURIBUS UNUM is placed prominently as the national motto meaning, out of many, one. The Denver Mint mark D is located on the reverse, beneath the eagle or near the lower design area depending on strike position. The artistic detail of the eagle gives this coin a strong representation of freedom and national pride. The 1919D issue is considered a semi-key date in the Standing Liberty Quarter series due to its relatively low mintage compared to other years. The Denver Mint produced approximately 962,000 pieces, which is significantly lower than many Philadelphia issues of the same era. Because of this limited production, surviving coins in higher grades are scarce, and well-struck specimens are highly sought after by collectors. Many examples also suffer from weak strikes, especially in Liberty's head and shield details, which increases the value of sharply struck coins dramatically. In terms of condition and value, the 1919 D Standing Liberty Quarter can vary greatly. In lower circulated grades, it may be worth only its silver content plus a small premium, but in mid to high grades, especially with strong details and minimal wear, the value can rise significantly. Uncirculated or mint-state examples with full detail, often called full-head examples, where Liberty's head details are clearly visible, are particularly valuable and can reach very high prices in the collector market. The coin's combination of silver content, historical significance, and rarity makes it a strong piece for numismatic collections. Overall, the 1919 D Standing Liberty Quarter represents an important era in American coinage history, blending early 20th century artistry with patriotic symbolism and silver-era minting. It is admired not only for its beautiful design by Herman A. McNeil, but also for its scarcity in higher grades and its role as one of the earlier Denver Mint issues in the series. Collectors value it as both a historical artifact and a tangible piece of American monetary heritage, making it a standout coin in any serious U.S. quarter collection. The 1919 D Standing Liberty Quarter also stands out in numismatics because it belongs to a series that underwent several design modifications during its production years. Early Standing Liberty Quarters, including the 1919 D issue, feature a more exposed depiction of Liberty's upper body, which was later modified in 1917 for modesty reasons. This makes the 1919 D an important example of the revised Type II design, where Liberty's torso is partially covered with chain mail armor, symbolizing stronger national defense during the post-World War I period. This historical context adds deeper meaning to the coin beyond its silver content, connecting it directly to the social and political atmosphere of the United States in the early 20th century. Another important aspect of the 1919 D quarter is its strike quality, which is often discussed among collectors. Coins from the Denver Mint during this period are known for inconsistent striking pressure, meaning many examples show weak details, especially on Liberty's head, shield, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Because of this, collectors highly value specimens that show sharp detail, often referred to as full-strike coins. These well-struck examples are far scarcer than average circulated pieces and can command a strong premium in the market, sometimes multiplying the value several times depending on grade and eye appeal. The minting environment of 1919 also plays a role in the coin's rarity. The United States was transitioning from wartime production after World War I, and silver coin demand was high across the country. The Denver Mint, while active, did not produce as many quarters as Philadelphia, resulting in the lower mintage figure of under 1 million coins. Over time, heavy circulation and melting of silver coins further reduced surviving populations, especially in higher grades. This natural attrition has made the 1919 D Standing Liberty Quarter increasingly difficult to find in collectible condition. From a collector's perspective, authentication and grading are extremely important for this coin. Because of its value in higher grades, professional grading services often evaluate the coin's strike, luster, surface preservation, and overall eye appeal. Counterfeits are rare but do exist in the broader Standing Liberty series, so certification provides confidence to buyers and sellers. Coins graded by reputable services can see a significant increase in market value compared to raw, ungraded examples, especially when they receive designations like full head. Today, the 1919 D Standing Liberty Quarter remains a popular choice among both beginner and advanced collectors of U.S. silver coins. It represents a bridge between early 20th century artistic coinage and modern numismatic collecting standards. Its combination of historical significance, silver content, low mintage, and collectible design ensures that it continues to attract strong interest in auctions and private collections. Even after more than a century, This coin continues to hold its place as a classic and respected piece of American coinage history. The 1920D Standing Liberty Quarter is an important early 20th century United States silver coin that belongs to the famous Standing Liberty Quarter series designed by sculptor Herman A. McNeil. This coin carries the inscriptions United States of America, EPLURIBUS quarter dollar, and the national motto, In God We Trust, along with the Liberty figure standing prominently on the obverse. The 1920D issue was minted at the Denver Mint and is identified by the small d mint mark. It is part of the Type II Standing Liberty design, which features Liberty wearing chain mail armor, symbolizing strength and preparedness after World War I. This coin is made of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it both intrinsic metal value and historical numismatic importance. The obverse design of the 1920D quarter shows Lady Liberty standing between two stone blocks, holding a shield in her left hand and an olive branch in her right hand. The shield represents protection and defense, while the olive branch symbolizes peace. Above her head is the word Liberty, and the phrase In God We Trust is positioned beside her figure. The design is surrounded by a border of stars representing the states of the Union. The artistry of McNeil's design makes this coin one of the most beautiful American quarters ever produced, blending classical imagery with national symbolism in a powerful way. On the reverse side, the coin features a majestic eagle in flight, wings fully extended, symbolizing freedom and national strength. Above the eagle are 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies of the United States. The inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar frame the design, while the motto EPLURIBUS is displayed prominently, meaning out of many, one. The Denver Mint Mark D appears on the reverse side beneath the eagle, confirming its place of production. The reverse design is simple yet powerful, emphasizing liberty and unity through the soaring eagle. The 1920D Standing Liberty Quarter had a relatively modest mintage compared to Philadelphia issues of the same era, with approximately about 3.9 million coins minted. Although not the rarest date in the series, it is still considered a semi-scarce coin in higher grades due to heavy circulation and poor striking quality typical of Denver Mint production during that time. Many coins show weak detail, especially on Liberty's head and the shield, which significantly affects grading and value. Well-struck examples with sharp detail are much harder to find and are highly desired by collectors. This coin also carries historical significance because it was produced during the early post-World War I period when the United States was transitioning into a new economic era. Silver coinage was widely used in daily commerce, so many of these quarters circulated heavily across the country. Over time, large numbers were lost, worn down, or melted, reducing the surviving population of high-grade examples. This natural attrition adds to the coin's collectible appeal today. In the collector market, the value of a 1920D Standing Liberty quarter depends heavily on its condition and strike quality. Lower-grade circulated examples may only carry modest value above silver content, while higher-grade pieces, especially those with strong strikes or full-head designation, can be significantly more valuable. Certified coins graded by professional services often command higher prices because of guaranteed authenticity and condition assessment. Overall, the 1920D Standing Liberty Quarter represents an important piece of American numismatic history. It combines artistic excellence, historical context, and silver content into one iconic coin. Its connection to the early 20th century United States, along with its classic design and collector demand, makes it a highly respected and sought-after coin in U.S. coin collecting circles today. Another important point about the 1920D Standing Liberty Quarter is its place within the evolution of U.S. coin production quality. During this period, the Denver Mint often struggled with die wear and inconsistent striking pressure, which resulted in many coins leaving the mint with soft or incomplete details. Because of this, collectors pay close attention to sharpness in Liberty's facial features, shield lines, and the eagle's feather definition. A coin that shows strong detail throughout is considered far superior and is much rarer than an average circulated example, making strike quality one of the most important grading factors for this issue. The surface preservation of the 1920D quarter also plays a major role in its desirability. Since these coins circulated heavily in everyday commerce, being used for trade, transportation, and general transactions, most surviving pieces show significant wear, scratches, or smoothing of details. Finding examples with original mint luster is increasingly difficult. When a coin retains its original shine and minimal marks, it becomes significantly more valuable in the numismatic market, especially if it also has strong eye appeal and balanced toning. From a historical perspective, the year 1920 marks a time when the United States was experiencing economic adjustment following World War I. Silver coinage like the Standing Liberty Quarter was essential for daily transactions, and there was no modern banking system reliance like today. As a result, millions of coins were actively circulating, often for decades. This heavy usage explains why high-grade surviving specimens of the 1920D issue are relatively scarce today, despite the original mintage not being extremely low compared to key-date coins. Collectors also study the coin for die varieties and minor variations, which sometimes occur due to repeated die polishing and repair during production. These subtle differences can include slight changes in detail sharpness or mintmark placement. While not all varieties are major, experienced numismatists often search for these variations as they can add premium value and interest to certain coins within the series. In modern numismatics, the 1920D Standing Liberty Quarter is considered a classic collectible rather than a rare investment coin, but it still holds strong demand due to its beauty and historical importance. It is frequently included in typesets, silver quarter collections, and early 20th century U.S. coin portfolios. Even today, it remains a strong example of American artistic coin design combined with real historical value, ensuring its continued popularity among collectors worldwide. The 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter is a classic United States silver coin from the later years of the Standing Liberty series, which ran from 1916 to 1930. This coin bears the inscriptions United States of America, EPLURIBUS UNUM, quarter dollar, along with the national motto In God We Trust, and the symbolic figure of liberty on the obverse. The S mint mark indicates that it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. Like other coins in the series, it was designed by sculptor Herman A. McNeil and is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it both intrinsic metal value and strong historical importance. The obverse of the 1929 S quarter shows Lady Liberty standing between two stone pillars, holding a shield in her left hand and an olive branch in her right hand. The shield represents protection and defense of the nation, while the olive branch symbolizes peace and diplomacy. Liberty is depicted wearing chain mail armor, a feature added during the redesign of the series in 1917 to reflect a more secure and prepared nation after World War I. Above her head is the word liberty, and near her figure appears the phrase In God We Trust, reinforcing the coin's patriotic and national symbolism. Surrounding stars represent the states of the United States at that time. On the reverse side, the design features a powerful eagle in full flight, wings spread wide, symbolizing freedom, strength, and national pride. Above the eagle are 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. The inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar frame the design, while the motto EPLURIBUS UNUM is prominently placed, meaning out of many one. The San Francisco mintmark S appears beneath the eagle, confirming its origin. The reverse design is simple but bold, emphasizing liberty and unity through the soaring eagle motif. The 1929 issue is considered a later-date standing Liberty Quarter, struck near the end of the series' production life. Its mintage was relatively moderate compared to earlier years, with around 1.8 million coins produced. However, despite this moderate mintage, the coin is still collected due to heavy circulation and the difficulty of finding high-grade examples. Many coins from this issue show weak strikes, especially on Liberty's head and shield, as well as on the eagle's feathers, which is a common characteristic of San Francisco Mint issues during this period. From a historical perspective, the year 1929 is very significant because it marks the beginning of the Great Depression in the United States. Coins like the Standing Liberty Quarter were widely used in everyday transactions during a time of major economic hardship. As a result, most surviving examples show wear from extensive circulation. This historical context adds emotional and collectible value to the coin, as it represents a challenging and transformative period in American history. In terms of collectability, the 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter is valued based on condition, strike quality, and eye appeal. Circulated examples are relatively affordable, but uncirculated or high-grade specimens with strong detail are much scarcer and more desirable. Coins with a sharp, full head detail on Liberty are especially prized and can command significantly higher prices in the numismatic market. Professional grading services often certify these coins to verify authenticity and assign accurate condition grades. Overall, the 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter is an important piece of American coinage history, combining artistic beauty, silver content, and historical significance. It represents the final phase of the Standing Liberty Series era and reflects both the economic realities and artistic standards of late 1920s America. Today, it remains a respected and sought-after collectible for coin enthusiasts around the world. Another important aspect of the 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter is its striking quality, which is often considered below average compared to earlier issues in the series. The San Francisco Mint in the late 1920s frequently produced coins with weaker strikes due to worn dies and high production demands. As a result, many examples show soft or incomplete details, particularly on Liberty's facial features, the shield lines, and the eagle's feather texture. Because of this, collectors place strong emphasis on finding well-struck specimens, as they are significantly rarer and far more desirable than typical circulated pieces. The coin's surface condition also tells a lot about its journey through history. Since the 1929 quarter was used during the early years of the Great Depression, it circulated heavily in everyday commerce when people relied on physical cash for survival. This intense circulation caused most coins to develop heavy wear, smoothing out fine details and reducing the original mint luster. Surviving examples with original shine and minimal contact marks are uncommon, and such pieces often attract strong attention in auctions and private collections. Another notable feature is the importance of grading in determining value for this coin. The Standing Liberty series is known for its full head designation, which refers to clearly visible details on Liberty's head. For the 1929 issue, achieving this designation is difficult due to weak strikes, making full head examples highly valuable. Professional grading services evaluate factors like strike strength, surface preservation, luster, and eye appeal to assign a grade that heavily influences market price and collector demand. The historical environment of 1929 also adds depth to the coin story. This was the year the global economic collapse began, leading to widespread financial hardship in the United States. Silver coins like the Standing Liberty Quarter played an essential role in daily transactions, from purchasing food to paying wages. Because of this, the 1929 quarter is not just a piece of silver, but also a witness to a major turning point in American economic history. Today, the 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter is widely respected among numismatists for its combination of historical significance, silver content, and classic design. While it is not considered a rare key date, its condition sensitivity and strike challenges make it an interesting and challenging coin to collect. It remains a strong representation of Laterra Standing Liberty coinage, admired for both its artistic beauty and its connection to a defining moment in United States history. The 1930 Standing Liberty Quarter is one of the final issues of the famous Standing Liberty Quarter series, which was minted by the United States from 1916 to 1930. This coin carries the well-known inscriptions, United States of America, EPLURIBUS quarter dollar, along with the national motto, In God We Trust, and the figure of liberty on the obverse. The S mint mark indicates that it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. Like all coins in this series, it was designed by sculptor Herman A. McNeil and is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it both intrinsic silver value and strong historical importance in American numismatics. The obverse of the 1930 quarter features Lady Liberty standing between two stone pillars, symbolizing strength and stability. She holds a shield in her left hand, representing defense, and an olive branch in her right hand, representing peace. Liberty is shown wearing chain-mail armor, a design element added after 1917 to reflect a more secure and prepared United States following World War I. Above her is the word liberty, while In God We Trust appears beside her figure. The surrounding stars represent the states of the Union at that time, giving the design a strong patriotic theme. On the reverse side, the coin displays a powerful eagle in full flight with wings spread wide, symbolizing freedom, independence, and national pride. Above the eagle are 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies of the United States. The inscriptions, United States of America and quarter dollar frame the design, while the motto EPLURIBUS meaning out of many one, reinforces the unity of the nation. The San Francisco Mint mark, S, is located on the reverse, confirming its place of production. The 1930 issue is especially significant because it is one of the last standing Liberty quarters ever minted. The series was replaced in 1932 by the Washington quarter design, making the 1930 part of the final chapter of this beautiful silver coin series. Its mintage was relatively limited, with approximately about 1.8 million coins produced, which makes it a semi-scarce date in the series. However, despite the mintage, many coins entered circulation and were heavily used, reducing the number of well-preserved examples available today. One of the most important collecting challenges with the 1930 quarter is its strike quality. Like many San Francisco Mint issues of the late 1920s and 1930, it often shows weak details, especially on Liberty's head, shield, and the eagle's feathers. This makes sharply struck examples very desirable. Coins that show a strong, full head detail are particularly rare and command significantly higher value in the collector market. Because of this, grading plays a very important role in determining its worth. Historically, the 1930 quarter was minted during the beginning of the Great Depression era, a time of severe economic struggle in the United States. Silver coins were widely used in daily life for essential purchases, wages, and trade. As a result, most surviving examples show signs of heavy circulation, including wear and loss of fine detail. This adds historical depth to the coin, as it represents a difficult yet important period in American history. In today's numismatic market, the value of a 1930 Standing Liberty quarter depends heavily on condition, strike quality, and eye appeal. Circulated examples are relatively affordable, but uncirculated or high-grade coins with strong details can be much more valuable. Certified coins graded by professional services are highly preferred by collectors and investors for authenticity and condition assurance. Overall, the 1930s Standing Liberty Quarter is a historically important and visually striking coin that marks the end of one of America's most artistic silver coin series. It represents the final years of the Standing Liberty design, combining beauty, history, and silver value in one collectible piece. Today, it remains a respected coin among collectors and a lasting symbol of early 20th century American coinage. Another important detail about the 1930s Standing Liberty Quarter is its strong connection to the final transition period in U.S. coinage history. By 1930, the United States Mint was preparing to end the Standing Liberty design and introduce the Washington Quarter in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Because of this, the 1930s issue represents the closing stage of an iconic artistic era in American silver coins. Collectors often view it not just as a coin, but as the final expression of McNeil's Standing Liberty design before a completely new national portrait style took over U.S. quarters. The minting quality of the 1930s is also an important discussion point among numismatists. San Francisco Mint coins from this period frequently show inconsistent striking pressure due to worn dies and high production demands. As a result, many examples appear soft in important design areas, especially Liberty's facial features and the eagle's wing feathers. This weakness in detail makes well-struck coins significantly more desirable, and collectors often pay a strong premium for pieces that show clear definition and balanced details across both sides. Another factor that adds to the coin's appeal is its survival rate in higher grades. While millions were originally minted, most entered circulation during the early Great Depression years when coins were heavily used and rarely saved. Over time, many coins became worn or damaged, and very few were preserved in mint condition. Because of this, uncirculated examples of the 1930s Standing Liberty Quarter are far scarcer than the mintage number might suggest, especially those with original mint luster and clean surfaces. The full head designation remains one of the most important grading features for this coin. A full head example shows complete and sharp details on Liberty's head, including clear separation of the hair and helmet-like chain mail. Due to the weak strikes typical of the San Francisco Mint, achieving this level of detail is difficult. As a result, full-head 1930s quarters are highly sought after and often sell for much higher prices than standard examples in the same numerical grade. From a historical viewpoint, the coin reflects a difficult economic era in American history. The year 1930 marked the beginning of widespread economic depression, where unemployment and financial instability affected millions of Americans. Silver quarters like this were essential in daily life, used for food, transportation, and basic commerce. This heavy circulation gives the coin a real historical connection to everyday life during one of the most challenging periods in U.S. history. Today, collectors value the 1930s Standing Liberty Quarter not only for its silver content, but also for its artistic beauty and historical importance. It remains a popular type coin in U.S. silver collections and is often included in complete Standing Liberty sets. Its combination of low survival rate in high grades, weak strike challenges, and historical significance ensures that it continues to be an important and respected piece in the world of numismatics.